what's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are playing some Naya Bards. So Naya legendaries in general, typically the Bard class deck is simply Gruul, red and green, and I want to go into the Naya colors, which is red, green, and white, like Minsc here, because there's just some really fun cards to throw in there. Some new cards that came out from other sets like Drizzt Do'Urden, we have Yasharn as well in the format, and just a couple things we can splash in like Minsc here. And then I also wanted to try out Arlinn and Tovolar in this deck, because Tovolar just seems like a really busted card in this. If you have Bard class 2 at second level, then Tovolar becomes a 1-mana spell. So, and you can do that kind of in conjunction. You play out Bard class on turn 2, then level it up on turn 3, and then you have 1 more mana typically to then be able to cast out Tovolar, and it just seems like the perfect card for that slot. We have Minsc kind of in that same slot there as well, and so it just seems really powerful, as well as any free spells you can cast as well, which is awesome. We have Jaspera Sentinel for a little bit of ramp in the early game. I'm trying out one copy of Instrument of the Bards here as well, but for the most part, just good early game stuff with ramp and just extra free value with Bard class, and get really good things because Bard class is busted when you're playing the right stuff. And then in the 3-drop slot, we have some really sweet cards. Tovolar not actually having lots of werewolves and wolves to work with this, but with Arlinn, it's able to draw some cards. It does some good its own thing here with that. But for the most part, I'm not focusing on that as much as just it being a really good card with Bard class and Arlinn, which are both in the deck. And then of course Esika's Chariot can make extra wolves for us at some point once Arlinn has made a couple wolves, and that is just it's the perfect turn 4 play with this deck, and so it's really good and awesome. And then of course there's on the top end Wrenn and Seven, Drizzt Do'Urden, because they're sweet stuff. And let's go ahead and dive into gameplay. We're gonna play a few games here and see how it does for us. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right, pretty good hand. We have Magda. We don't have the untapped land for the Instrument of the Bards, but I think we're just gonna try to keep this on Magda and at least get Varis out on the next turn, do some good stuff. Rockfall Vale goes first, pass the turn. Need to put this on green for our double green sources here and there. Checking out some of the new cards from the set, like some spoilers are happening right now, and it is looking sweet. Really good stuff going on right now with all of that. Following class, spells your opponent's cast during your turn cost 1 more to cast. Farmland, gonna go grab a land here, and then it can coven and transform. All right, so this is just mono white paladin class stuff. I think life gain in general. Sweet. All right, we got a land with Magda. We can attack in and get Toski. I'm not sure exactly how good that'll be here. Let's go ahead and go for Varis. Varis is still a good card. They'll definitely just trade off here if we swing in with Magda. So let's say no attacks. We do have another Magda, but no reason to force the issue just yet. If we find the land with Toski having 2 creatures, getting a treasure and potentially drawing a card with it is much better. They of course are going to be throwing down quite a few creatures this turn if they are mono white or coven or whatever. Yeah, there's one. All right, that's not too bad. All right, whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to player, draw a card. All right, so whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker, you can go into the dungeon and you get to make a wolf with Varis, which is pretty sweet with this when you complete a dungeon. All right, so casting creatures is good here. Let's just go Tovolar. Go into the dungeon real quick. I'm trying to remember which one I want to be going with. It might just be damage dealing because they're trying to gain so much life. Going wider with creatures is good for us though. Getting the treasure on this next one could be good as well. So let's go here. Try to scry for the land. Not another Magda, please. All right, perfect. Already got tons of value out of this. Swing in with Varis. Down to 17 past the turn. See, this is where our deck gets a little bit funky because we are playing... We're not going all in on Tovolar. We're not going all in on dungeon or anything like that. It's just a couple good pieces and all the different things, and hopefully it's good enough. But I do think it will be good enough.
They prepare for war.
At least that's the dream. All right, so we can play out Bard class. I can attack in with Magda and then upgrade the Bard class, or just play out the instrument. I'm not sure that's really good enough. I can attack in, get a treasure, play out Toski, have a decent blocker on the next turn. We do want to start getting through the dungeon here as well. Bard class seems really powerful though. Yeah, let's play out Bard class. So they get to kill one of these guys. I could send the other one at Wrenn, though. Force chump blocks. I could swing all of them at Wrenn. They might be forced to block one of them here. We can deal with this, I think, later with our own Wrenn and Seven. Which one would they kill? Getting rid of Wrenn and Seven would be really powerful here. They can block everything, but we'll see what actually happens. Then we get Bard class, and we should be set up for really good turns from here on out. Kills Tovolar, and I think they let this through. Okay, they kill. Oh, we got rid of a lot of their creatures. We'll go ahead and level up now. Or when we play Magda, we get to go to the dungeon and make a treasure that way as well. Let's... Yeah, because we gotta make a treasure in the Lost Mine of Found Devil here, going this way. And we get the counter onto it. Yeah, let's pass the turn. That's good enough. Instant of the Bards, I really only like if it's on turn 1. It's okay in the late game too. Like if I find some extra free mana to play it, sweet, that's good stuff. All right, this becomes a very different deck than what I was expecting. They're just a land deck, and all the stuff is to ramp up to big things. Not the worst. All right, this is free, right? Wait, I leveled up. Didn't I? Oh, I didn't level up, right. Gosh dang it. Oops. Gosh darn it. I forgot to level up, and I needed the mana there to do it really badly. Ugh. All right, we're going to go ahead and just level up now so I don't forget. We're going to spend the treasure, and it'll be fine. Instant of the Bards for free now. No attacks past the turn. Gosh darn it. I could have done everything I just did there for so much cheaper if I had just leveled up the Bard class. Scute Swarm, yeah. Now -3 here. Going for that actually isn't as good. Unless they do it now, after they've already made 4 of them, then it'll be really bad. Scute Swarm was better at having lots of incremental land drops instead of having a bunch of them all at once. It's still terrifying. We're still in all of the trouble. And I definitely messed up with this one several times. Yeah, we're all sorts of dead. Just 11 2/2s, no big deal. Yeah, no Waxy game. All right, on to the next one. And we've learned how to play the deck, so I'll make less mistakes in the future, and it's all good. I haven't played Magic in a month, okay, guys? Give me a break here. Up against Yeah, Me Too. And we're gonna keep this ad. This is beautiful. Exactly what we're looking for. The ability to start dropping things out cheap. Ruin. Ooh, you don't say. All right, we're gonna go green mana here. Sentinel. Pass the turn. That is 2 Ruin Crabs in a row. All right, 6 cards milled. So 10 turns kills us, basically. So that's fine. All right, Bard class. No attacks, pass the turn. Iteration, digging for lands. And probably more Ruin Crabs. Let's see if they have another land in hand. They do. 6 more. Yikes. Yeah, this is a fast clock. Especially when we're on the draw, going a little bit slow, but that was huge. Be able to find some good stuff here is very, very big. This is also whenever it hits it. I'm actually not sure how many cards we want to be drawing with Tovolar. So maybe we do prioritize the Minsc here. Let's just go a little bit more wide. And it also gets a counter onto our Boo as well. So we get to go do more damage. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about this. And we also get to play this one out. Perfect. See, that is what we're looking for. I forgot we had a Jaspera Sentinel. Can't really attack him with this. Pass the turn. I'm sure they'll block. Guess I shouldn't force him to do it anyway, but nah. All right, and then we have Toski, which draws us a lot of cards. Dude, this is what's so awesome about Bard class. Bard class, I like going to Naya because we just get some fun cards. Both Drizzt and Minsc drop down the extra legendary creature, which just gets extra counters with Bard class. If we had multiple of these, it stacks up and does extra. And going into white, splashing into white isn't that hard, especially when you have something that gives all of your red and green stuff the colors then, you know, so it's just good. All lands, not lands. Okay. Man, do we want to draw here? Drizzt is awesome. I can just make something really big right now and attack in. Give it trample as well. This one just already has trample, so make a 5/5 that hits in here. We're already drawing lots of cards. Oh man, Toski's always the right play, but when you're up against a mill deck, it stopped being the right play sometimes. We want to draw cards. If we can find more cheap things to be playing out and hit a land or something like that, it's better. So attack in. Do I attack in with Jaspera Sentinel? We might be able to cast more things, which I think does set us up to guarantee the win on the next turn. So I think we attack in like this. Yeah. Because we're drawing potentially 2 cards here. 2, potentially more, I mean. Ooh, making Boo a 3 is awesome. Right now it just makes sense for them to block these guys, but Ruin Crab is their entire clock. And so, yeah, I forgot about the +2, so 2 more points of damage there would have got them down to 1. Bounces the Tovolar. We can play that out again, though. That's fine. Should have bounced the Minsc because I didn't have white mana. I guess Sentinel had it. Down to 8, draw 3 cards. More of the same things. Not exactly what I want. Ooh, interesting. Fire could be good. We can just kill the Ruin Crabs real quick. That is their entire clock. And it's the entire bad thing that's happening to us. So yeah, I think that we actually do just kill these guys. We still have plenty of damage on board. Pass the turn. So this doesn't change any abilities. They just become a giant and they get +X+X. Or they become X+X. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Ooh, okay, 13 exactly. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, was it doubled up? 1 card left. 1 card left. Yeah. I missed it. They doubled it. They double cast the Galvanic Iteration to Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and we got down to exactly 1 card left. Woo! All right, our deck isn't that expensive, but just enough to be able to not mill 13 cards at once, and that was awesome. On to the next one. Up against Scott 300, and the question is with this deck, how badly do we need to be mulliganing? With this hand, we have Magda on turn 2, which is good. We're on the draw though, so we're not getting Bard class. We're not doing busted things. Like having this with a Bard class would be awesome. We have a chance to draw it with 2 draws here before we might potentially find it. So I think I'm going to keep this. I think this is a decent hand. Magda at least rents us up to Wrenn. Up against mono red though, this becomes worse. Not bad though, because Tar's still a decent, you know, just 2 mana 2/2. It gets things bigger when it attacks. We might prioritize just a board or some things to trade with over Magda though, because I don't feel like it's going to survive. First strike if they have enough power on the board. Good chance, there's a chance they don't. So let's go ahead and throw this out there. We're just planning on blocking stuff, keeping our life total a little bit higher. Get lands out until we get to Wrenn, and then we should be okay. All right, yeah, so Magda would have died anyway. Down to 15. All right, that's really nice. Let's go white mana there. Sentinel, Magda. Oh, dang it. I used up the wrong one. I needed that for green mana. We had 2 more white spells here. Oh, well. Okay, roll Eruption. Ooh, there we go. Yasharn's a little bit awkward. I don't think we actually have planes in the deck because we're just kind of splashing it anyway. So all we get is a forest. But yeah, it's just still a okay card. Okay, pass the turn. I forgot about that when I was putting it in. Okay, I only have 1 copy of it. And so it's fine. What we're needing is the forest here. So it's good. It's perfect. Everything I've ever wanted. All right. Make it 5/5. Bonus scoops up. Yeah, I was going to say, once we start making beefy dudes over and over again, it's game over. And we did survive to that point. They didn't hit their 3rd land, get to other big stuff. And so, awesome. On to the next one. Up against Poof. And the Sentinel is a lot better if I can put it on turn 1, and I can't. But I guess there's nothing I can really use with it, so that's fine. Keep it. Play out Farmland, pass the turn. A Sentinel. Yeah, just tap land, pass the turn. Get out all of our colors. Processing Keeper. I was debating on throwing out a Processing Keeper into this deck as well. It could be good. Right now, just Tovolar, SS Chariot on the next turn, and we're in good shape. Swing in with Sentinel, pass the turn. Down to 19. Deadly Disputes gets more treasure. Okay. Debating if I want to go for Minsc. I don't think I do. SS Chariot's definitely better. Let's go ahead and just attack in here. All right, so they do block us from getting a card. That's fine. Chariot. If they have some sort of like Blood in the Snow or something like that, at least Chariot will be out here. We have Minsc to power up SS Chariot. We'll be able to copy the Boo, which won't do anything, but it's fine. Pass the turn. I'm kind of expecting the Blood in the Snow here. Drawing us Cube. All right. Cathartic Pyre does kill that, so that's nice. It's Tovolar. Okay. One of them just scoops immediately. Wow, okay. Maybe because they sacrifice a treasure and then realize that all of a sudden they're behind on mana for other good, better things. But whatever. Yep. We had a good answer for it next turn. On to the next one. Up against Nathan. And a little bit awkward of a hand, but we have Magda and Jaspera Sentinel, but we have to find an untapped green source to make this work. We're on the draw. It has a chance. We also have Bard class to play on turn 2. So, I mean, like, there's just a lot of good things about this hand in general. Yeah. Definitely need to find 3 lands. Like, this deck requires three lands. All right, with that one, do we go for... Yeah, we go Bard class. Bard class for sure. Everything getting a buff is still nice. Sock coming is a good chance with that card. Board wipe could be annoying as well. Land was really nice there. All right, so we level up. Targ. Debating if I want to throw out Sentinel here. If this is a Doomscar, it's really annoying. Let's just go Sentinel. We want to ramp up to other turns, get up to Arlinn's, things that can stick around a little bit better against their deck. And that should be much better. So this could be Raven, the thing where it's like exile something, create a Raven. I don't remember if it's all permanents or not. Getting help. Oh, dude, they did it. Okay, they did it during combat, so I get to replay it. Nice. Oh, perfect. Yes. Oh, that's great. Woo. Oh, that's good. All right, we have to worry about board wipes, so we can't overcommit to this board. But that was awesome. So we want to play Arlinn first to make wolf tokens, because then we can play Tovolar and draw cards after we attack in. So Arlinn's the priority in this one. How badly do I want to be attacking in here? All right, so we definitely play Arlinn.
Feel your hair standing on end? Our hunt draws near.
I can also tick up here and get some extra counters playing stuff at instant speed. I can play out both Tovolar and Magda at instant speed. Playing on another Bard class could be fun as well. Just getting more counters onto things that way. But this one just guarantees it. That way we could also potentially play out the Tovolar. All right, so tick up like that. Swing with the Gnar. They're tapped out right now, but I'm worried about the board wipe. Pass the turn. Yeah, Arlinn letting us do stuff at instant speed is rather awesome. Okay, they're tapped out now. I'm trying to remember what they can have for 1 mana. Let's go ahead and just start playing out stuff now. So Magda. Actually, wait, cancel. Tap green here. So we can play out the Sentinel as well. Yeah, okay, that's pretty awesome. I should have waited for the last creature until they attacked or did something else, but that was awesome. Okay, mountain. Let's attack and try to draw a card with this. I'm trying to think if there's any way we can deal with this first. Yeah, attack all in. We get the buff from the Targ and everything, so we kind of outpace this. Like this outpaces the shield. So they block this, so no card draw. Do I want to double this up? What else am I doing? Just making, like, Bard class could be nice. But I think just getting in for more damage here is much better. I need to pressure life total down so that then they can't just do more things later. Do I want a -3 when I feel like this is definitely the board wipe turn? I think I'd much rather wait one more turn here.
Follow the enemy's scent.
Okay, pass the turn. Right, we didn't cast any spells either. So there's the Doomscar. I actually wanted it to be daytime now. Darn it. What does this say? Okay, so whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library, you may play them this turn. All right. Hopefully they don't bounce this now. That would be really annoying. Okay. Down to 2. I think card draw is just going to be more valuable for us than just getting Bard class stuff out there. Getting the counters onto creatures that we cast is nice, but we already are presenting lethal in a couple turns with Arlinn. That does get exiled. Drats.
Civilization encroaches further.
Come on, deck. You have to draw something at some point. This is just getting annoying. If the apparition ever dies, we do get a 4/4 that kills them right now. So they can't board wipe really, because that sets us up perfectly. Ooh, I think that's the game. Minsc. I do believe that does it, because we get a hasty dude that we can also buff up like crazy. So 6/7. and game. Sweet stuff. Yeah. Dude, this deck is so fun. That was awesome. All right. That was sweet. All right, so I tested out this deck beforehand, and so we're actually I only showed a 4-in-1 with the video, but we're actually 6-in-1 total with this deck, and that's 4 times on the draw. We're 100% win rate on the draw with this deck, which is kind of insane. Free play, we're playing in free play, and I think there's definitely things you got to tweak and fix if you're going to be playing in ranked. But I just find it to be so much more fun, enjoyable playing in free play, because you don't have to play to the meta. You can just play a deck that you want to play, but there's still lots of good decks you run up against, sometimes not as much. But yeah, almost 100% win rate with that. 85% win rate with 7 games on it is pretty good gauge of how well this deck can play. That definitely means it'll probably drop down to like 70 to 75% once you play 100 games or something like that. That's just the typical way it goes, is like this will show up okay with some things, but you're going to run into those games that just are really bad matchups here and there. But 70% win rate is insane. And so if this holds up to that kind of standard with everything, that's good stuff. By the way, this is MTG Assistant. If you guys want to check stats on your decks and kind of see what's going on, you can see the games that you played. You can actually check out their deck list here and go say, like, I like their deck list, and it will show like the things that it saw, and then it'll compare it to the actual decks that are on MTG. It's on Aether Hub's setup and system, and so it's a really cool app there, and the link is on the description below. I think it's the first one on top, and if you check it out, it'll help support me a lot, so thank you so much. Yeah, this deck is sweet. I like it a lot. Having 1 plains for Yasharn makes a lot of sense to have, and I think we probably just dropped the 1 mountain. I didn't feel like we were missing out on mountains at all there. We have plenty of ways to make sure we find it, and so I think that's the one thing. And in fact, I'll do it now so that then when you guys grab the deck, it'll have that already. Yeah, and so gotta find the good looking one. But yeah, overall, guys, it's just fun stuff. I like the decks. They're so good and fun to play. Dude, Magic is fun if you get to play fun, interesting things. And this is a fun, interesting thing to try out and play. Tovolar felt awesome. Arlinn felt awesome in the deck. That's it. All right, thank you guys so much. Peace be unto thee, and bye-bye.